Ladies and gentlemen, seekers of truth and explorers of the psyche, I invite you to embark on a journey not of the ordinary sort, but one that traverses the unseen realms of the mind and spirit. Today, we shall delve into the profound notion that when we emotionally detach, the universe finally responds. This idea, rooted deeply in psychological and mystical traditions, beckons us to explore the intricate dance between our conscious selves and the vast cosmos that envelops us. To begin our exploration, we must first understand the nature of emotional detachment. In our daily lives, we often find ourselves entangled in a web of emotions, desire and fears. These feelings, though seemingly personal and intimate, are but threads woven into the larger tapestry of the collective unconscious. Our attachments, whether to people, goals, or ideologies, bind us to the material world, often obscuring the deeper truths that lie within. Carl Jung once spoke of the necessity to differentiate between the ego and the self. The ego, our conscious identity, is a construct that navigates the external world. It is shaped by personal experiences and societal norms, and it clings to things it perceives as essential for survival and happiness. The self, however, is the totality of the psyche, encompassing both the conscious and unconscious realms. It is the center of our being, the point at which we intersect with the divine. Emotional detachment, then, is not a cold withdrawal from life, but a conscious choice to release the ego's grip on transient desires and fears. It is an invitation to step back from the chaos of the external world and to seek alignment with the self. By doing so, we create a sacred space where the universe can communicate with us, unimpeded by the noise of our ego's incessant demands. Imagine, if you will, the archetype of the hermit, a solitary figure who retreats from society to seek wisdom in solitude. The hermit embodies the act of emotional detachment not as a rejection of the world, but as a means to gain clarity and insight. In mythological terms, this journey inward is akin to the hero's descent into the underworld, a necessary pilgrimage to uncover hidden truths and to emerge transformed. In the depths of our psyche, we encounter what Jung termed the shadow, the reservoir of our repressed fears, desire, and potentials. To detach emotionally is to confront the shadow, to acknowledge its presence without judgment or fear. It is in this confrontation that we begin to integrate these disowned aspects of ourselves, thus facilitating the process of individuation. Individuation, the path to becoming whole, requires that we embrace both light and darkness within. As we detach from the ego's attachments, we become receptive to the synchronicities and symbols that the universe presents. We start to perceive patterns and connections that were previously hidden from us, as if the universe itself is a vast, intricate web of meaning. Consider the dream state, where the boundaries of time and space dissolve, and the language of the unconscious speaks to us in symbols and archetypes. In dreams, we are both observer and participant, detached from the waking world's constraints, yet deeply immersed in the psyche's inner workings. It is in this liminal space that the universe whispers its secrets to us, guiding us towards self-discovery and transformation. The process of emotional detachment is akin to the art of alchemy, where the base metals of our mundane existence are transmuted into the gold of spiritual enlightenment. The alchemist, like the individuating individual, must undergo numerous trials and tribulations, surrendering attachments and embracing the unknown. The Philosopher's Stone, the ultimate goal of alchemical pursuit, symbolizes the realization of the self, the harmonious union of opposites within. As we detach from the ego's desires, we open ourselves to the numinous, the mysterious, awe-inspiring presence of the divine. This encounter with the sacred is not bound by religious dogma, but is a deeply personal experience that transcends language and logic. It is the moment when the universe responds, when we feel a profound connection to something greater than ourselves. In this state of receptivity, our perception of reality shifts. We begin to see the interconnectedness of all things, the intricate interplay of cause and effect that shapes our lives. We come to understand that we are not isolated beings, but integral parts of a cosmic whole. Each of us a unique expression of the universe's unfolding story. The journey toward emotional detachment and universal response is not a linear path, but a spiraling ascent, a continuous cycle of death and rebirth. It requires courage and humility, for we must be willing to confront our own limitations and to surrender the illusion of control. Yet, in this surrender, we find liberation, a freedom that allows us to co-create with the universe, to dance with the rhythm of life itself. As we conclude this exploration, let us remember that emotional detachment is not an end, but a beginning. It is the opening of a door to infinite possibilities, a call to engage with the world from a place of authenticity and compassion. When we detach, the universe responds not as a distant deity, but as a loving partner, guiding us toward our highest potential. May we each walk this path with grace and wisdom, ever mindful of the sacred dance between our souls and the stars. As we continue to traverse the intricate landscape of emotional detachment and universal resonance, let us delve deeper into the mystical and psychological elements that underlie this profound journey. The essence of detachment, as we have begun to uncover, is a process of liberation, a peeling away of the layers that obscure our true nature. It is a journey toward the self, a voyage rich with symbols, archetypes, and the wisdom of the unconscious. We must consider the role of archetypes in this process, for they are the primordial images and themes that reside within the collective unconscious, shared across cultures and epochs. These archetypes serve as guiding lights on our path, illuminating the way through the shadowy corridors of the mind. Among them, the archetype of the wise old man or the great mother may appear, offering counsel and solace as we navigate the mysteries of existence. Jung understood that these archetypes are not mere figments of imagination, but potent forces that shape our thoughts, behaviors, and perceptions. When we detach emotionally, we allow these archetypal energies to emerge, bringing with them insights and revelations from the depths of the unconscious. It is as if The universe speaks through these timeless symbols, urging us to heed the call of our inner wisdom. In the practice of active imagination, we engage with these archetypal figures in a conscious dialogue, bridging the gap between the conscious and unconscious realms. This practice is akin to entering a sacred space where the boundaries of ego dissolve and the language of the soul comes to the fore. Here we encounter the anima and animus, the contrasexual aspects within each of us, embodying the union of opposites that Jung so eloquently described. The anima, the feminine soul within the male psyche, and the animus, the masculine spirit within the female psyche, are central to the process of individuation. They are the keys to understanding our emotional responses and the attachments we form. By engaging with these inner figures, we begin to harmonize the dualities within, fostering a deeper sense of wholeness and balance. As we explore these inner landscapes, we may also encounter the trickster archetype, the shapeshifter that challenges our perceptions and defies our expectations. The trickster, with its playful and subversive energy, serves to dismantle the rigid structures of the ego, inviting us to embrace change and uncertainty. It is through this dance with the trickster that we learn to release our attachments to fixed identities and outcomes, opening ourselves to the fluidity of life. In the embrace of emotional detachment, we also confront the concept of the numinous, a term Jung used to describe the profound, mysterious force that evokes both awe and terror. The numinous is the presence of the divine, the sacred energy that permeates the universe and transcends human understanding. When we detach, we become attuned to this energy, allowing it to guide us toward deeper truths and spiritual awakening. This encounter with the numinous often occurs in moments of synchronicity, those meaningful coincidences that defy logical explanation. Jung believed that synchronicities are the universe's way of communicating with us, revealing connections between our inner and outer worlds. When we are emotionally detached, we become more receptive to these signs, perceiving them as markers on our path towards self-realization. Let us also consider the role of rituals and symbols in this journey. Throughout history, humans have used rituals to mark transitions, to connect with the divine, and to foster a sense of community and belonging. In the context of emotional detachment, rituals serve as vessels for transformation, providing structure and meaning as we navigate the uncertainties of life. They are the bridges between the conscious and unconscious, between the personal and the universal. Symbols, like rituals, carry the power to transcend the limitations of language, communicating the inexpressible truths of the soul. They are the language of the unconscious, the keys to unlocking the hidden chambers of the mind. When we engage with symbols, whether in dreams, art, or meditation, we invite the universe to speak to us, to unveil the mysteries that lie beyond the veil of ordinary perception. In this sacred dialogue with the universe, we come to realize that detachment is not an absence of emotion, but a deeper connection to the essence of being. It is an alignment with the flow of life, a surrender to the journey rather than the destination. As we release our attachments, we find ourselves more fully present, more capable of experiencing the richness and beauty of each moment. To detach emotionally is to embrace the paradox of existence, the simultaneous presence of joy and sorrow, creation and destruction, life and death. It is an acceptance of the impermanent nature of all things, a recognition that true freedom lies not in clinging but in letting go. In this state of openness, we become conduits for the universe's creative energy, participants in the cosmic dance of evolution and transformation. As we draw this exploration to a close, may we carry with us the understanding that emotional detachment is a journey of profound significance, a path that leads us to the heart of the self and the soul of the universe. It is an invitation to live with authenticity, to engage with the world from a place of compassion and wisdom. May we each find solace in the embrace of the cosmos, knowing that when we detach, the universe responds with love and grace, guiding us toward our highest potential. As we venture further into the depths of emotional detachment and the universe's response, let us reflect on the interplay between the conscious mind and the unconscious, a dynamic that is central to Carl Jung's psychological theories. In this exploration, we consider the psyche as a vast ocean, visible, the conscious mind as a visible surface, and the unconscious as a mysterious depths beneath. It is in these depths that the roots of our attachments lie, often hidden from our everyday awareness. The unconscious harbors not only our repressed emotions and unresolved conflicts, but also an immense reservoir of creativity and potential. Jung believed that by accessing this hidden realm, we could uncover the latent energies that drive our behaviors and influence our perceptions. Emotional detachment then becomes a means of diving into this ocean, unearthing the treasures that lie beneath the waves of our conscious thoughts. One of the most profound ways the unconscious communicates with us is through the language of dreams. Dreams, those nightly voyages into the unknown, provide a window into the unconscious, revealing the symbols and archetypes that shape our inner world. When we detach from the constraints of waking life, we become more attuned to these nocturnal messages, allowing them to inform and guide our conscious existence. Consider the dream as a sacred text, a narrative woven by the unconscious to convey wisdom and insight. In this realm, time and space lose their linearity, and the boundaries between self and other dissolve. The dream becomes a canvas upon which the psyche paints its truths, a tapestry of images and emotions that reflect our deepest desires and fears. By engaging with our dreams, we tap into the collective unconscious, accessing the universal themes that unite humanity across time and culture. The process of dream interpretation, or what Jung called dream analysis, is an art that requires both intuition and intellect. It is a dialogue with the unconscious, a conversation that demands patience and openness. As we unravel the symbolic language of our dreams, we uncover the threads that connect our personal experiences to the greater cosmic narrative. In this way, emotional detachment offers us the clarity and perspective needed to discern the messages hidden within our dreams. Another vital aspect of emotional detachment is the cultivation of mindfulness, the practice of being present in the moment without judgment or attachment. Mindfulness invites us to observe our thoughts and emotions with a sense of curiosity and compassion, allowing us to witness the ever-changing flow of our inner landscape. This practice aligns with Jung's emphasis on self-awareness, encouraging us to become conscious participants in our own psychological development through mindfulness. We learn to recognize the patterns and habits that bind us to our ego-driven desires. We become aware of the ways in which our attachments shape our perceptions and limit our potential. By observing without clinging, we create a space for transformation, a fertile ground for new insights and possibilities to emerge. In this state of receptive awareness, the universe's responses become more apparent, guiding us toward paths of growth and fulfillment. In the realm of relationships, emotional detachment takes on a particularly nuanced form. It challenges us to love without possession, to connect without losing ourselves. In this context, detachment is an act of love, a recognition of the other as a separate, autonomous being with their own journey to undertake. It is an acknowledgement that true intimacy arises not from enmeshment, but from the freedom to be authentic and whole. Jung understood that relationships serve as mirrors, reflecting back to us our own unconscious material. They are arenas for projection, where we cast our disowned traits onto others, often leading to conflict and misunderstanding. By practicing emotional detachment, we withdraw these projections, assuming responsibility for our own shadows and light. In doing so, we foster relationships grounded in mutual respect and genuine connection. The path of emotional detachment and universal response is ultimately a spiritual journey, a quest for meaning and purpose in a world of uncertainty. It is an exploration of the divine within, an invitation to experience the sacred in everyday life. As we detach from the ego's incessant demands, we become open to the mysteries of existence, discovering a sense of wonder and awe that transcends the mundane. This spiritual dimension of detachment aligns with Jung's concept of the numinous, an encounter with a transcendent that defies rational explanation. It is a moment of profound insight, a glimpse into the interconnectedness of all things. In these moments, we sense the presence of the divine, a force that animates the cosmos and imbues our lives with meaning. As we draw near the conclusion of our exploration, let us hold fast to the understanding that emotional detachment is not a withdrawal from life, but a deeper engagement with its essence. It is a commitment to living in harmony with the universe, to aligning our will with the greater cosmic order. In this state of balance, we find the peace and fulfillment that elude us when we cling to the transient and ephemeral. May we each continue this journey with courage and grace, ever mindful of the sacred dance between our souls and the universe. Let us embrace the paradox of detachment and connection, knowing that in letting go, we find our true selves and our rightful place within the grand tapestry of existence. As we proceed further into the labyrinthine corridors of emotional detachment and cosmic responsiveness, we find ourselves at a crossroads of introspection and transcendence. This juncture invites us to contemplate the role of the psyche as both a vessel of the individual experience and a conduit to the universal consciousness. It is here that we encounter not only the mysteries of the mind, but also the timeless truths that bind us to the greater scheme of existence. In the heart of this exploration lies the profound notion of the collective unconscious, a concept that Carl Jung illuminated as a repository of shared human experiences and archetypal patterns. The collective unconscious transcends personal history, connecting us to the ancestral wisdom and mythological motifs that have guided humanity through the ages. When we detach emotionally, we tap into this vast reservoir of knowledge, drawing strength and guidance from the stories and symbols that have shaped our cultural and spiritual heritage. The archetypes within the collective unconscious serve as both guides and challenges on our journey towards self-discovery. These primordial images, whether they manifest as the hero, the shadow, or the wise sage, reflect the universal themes of transformation and growth. In Detachment, we are called to engage with these archetypes, to integrate their lessons and energies into our conscious lives. This integration is a dance of balances, a harmonious blending of the known and unknown, the light and shadow within. As we turn inward, we also encounter the concept of the inner child, a symbol of innocence and potential that resides within each of us. The inner child represents our innate capacity for wonder, creativity, and authenticity, qualities often suppressed by the demands and expectations of adult life. Emotional detachment allows us to reconnect with this vital aspect of our psyche, to nurture the playfulness and curiosity that drive our quest for meaning and fulfillment. Through this reconnection, we begin to heal the wounds of the past, transforming pain into wisdom and fear into courage. The process of healing is an essential component of detachment, for it liberates us from the cycles of reactivity and compulsion that bind us to the ego's narrow perspectives. In healing, we release the burdens that have weighed us down, discovering a newfound lightness of being that aligns us with the universe's flow. In the practice of shadow work, we delve into the depths of the unconscious to confront the aspects of ourselves that we have disowned or denied. The shadow encompasses the fears, desires, and impulses that we find unacceptable, yet it also holds the key to our wholeness. By facing the shadow with compassion and understanding, we integrate its energies, transforming them into sources of strength and insight. This integration is not a rejection of the shadow, but an embrace of its transformative potential. The act of embracing the shadow is akin to the alchemical process of turning lead into gold, a metaphor for the journey of individuation. In alchemy, the base metal represents the unrefined aspects of the self, while the philosopher's stone symbolizes the ultimate realization of the self. Emotional detachment facilitates this alchemical transformation, allowing us to transmute our weaknesses into strengths, our limitations into possibilities. At the core of this transformation lies the concept of the self, the central archetype that represents the totality of the psyche. The self is not merely the sum of the conscious and unconscious, but a higher order that transcends duality and fragmentation, It is the unifying principle that integrates all aspects of our being, guiding us towards the realization of our fullest potential. In detachment, we align with the self, experiencing a profound sense of unity and purpose that transcends the ego's limitations. In this state of alignment, we become attuned to the synchronicities and serendipitous occurrences that punctuate our lives. These meaningful coincidences are the universe's way of signaling that we are on the right path, that our actions and intentions resonate with the cosmic order. As we learn to recognize and appreciate these signs, we develop a deeper trust in the unfolding of our life's journey, a faith in the wisdom of the universe to guide us toward our destiny. The journey of emotional detachment and universal response is ultimately a quest for authenticity, a return to the essence of who we are, beyond the masks and roles we assume. It is an invitation to live with integrity, to align our actions with our values and beliefs. In this authenticity, we find freedom, the freedom to express our true selves, to pursue our passions and dreams without fear of judgment or rejection. As we navigate the complexities of this journey, we must also cultivate a sense of gratitude for the experiences and lessons that shape our path. Gratitude is a powerful force that opens our hearts to the beauty and abundance of life, fostering a sense of connection and belonging. In gratitude, we recognize the gifts and blessings that the universe bestows upon us, appreciating the intricate tapestry of events and relationships that enrich our existence. Let us conclude this exploration with a reminder that emotional detachment is not an end in itself, but a gateway to deeper engagement with life. It is a path of liberation and enlightenment, a journey that calls us to embrace the mystery and wonder of the universe. May we each walk this path with courage and grace, ever mindful of the sacred dance between our souls and the cosmos, knowing that when we detach, the universe responds with wisdom and love, guiding us toward our highest potential. As we continue to unravel the intricate tapestry of emotional detachment and the universe's response, let us delve into the symbiotic relationship between the individual psyche and the collective whole. This relationship, a cornerstone of Jungian thought, is a dynamic interplay that influences both personal growth and the evolution of human consciousness. In this exploration, we come to understand that our journey toward detachment and self-realization is not an isolated endeavor, but one that resonates throughout the fabric of existence. The notion of the interconnectedness of all things is not merely a philosophical abstraction, but a profound reality that underlies the workings of the universe. In this web of interdependence, each thought and action reverberates with ripples that extend beyond the confines of the self, influencing the collective consciousness. When we practice emotional detachment, we contribute to this greater harmony, aligning our energies with the flow of cosmic evolution. In this context, the role of intention becomes paramount. Our intentions, the seeds of our thoughts and actions, carry the potential to shape our reality and the world around us. When we detach from ego-driven desires and cultivate intentions rooted in compassion, love, and authenticity, we align ourselves with the universe's creative force. This alignment transforms our intentions into powerful catalysts for change, both within and without, consider the archetype of the magician, a figure who embodies the power of transformation and the mastery of the unseen forces of the universe. The magician serves as a reminder that we possess the ability to manifest our visions and dreams, to bring forth new realities from the depths of the unconscious. In detachment, we harness this archetypal energy, channeling it toward the fulfillment of our highest aspirations. Yet, the path of the magician is not without its challenges. It requires discernment and humility, for the power to create is also the power to destroy. Emotional detachment, therefore, demands that we wield this power with integrity, honoring the interconnectedness of all things and the responsibility that comes with it. In this awareness, we become stewards of our own destinies, co-creators with the universe in the grand tapestry of life. As we align with the creative forces of the universe, we also encounter the archetype of the healer, a symbol of renewal and restoration. The healer guides us in the art of self-care and the nurturing of our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. In the embrace of detachment, we learn to listen to our bodies and souls, to heed the wisdom they impart, and to respond with compassion and love. The journey of healing is an integral part of emotional detachment, for it involves the release of old wounds and the embrace of new possibilities. It is a process of shedding the layers of past conditioning, allowing us to emerge renewed and transformed. In healing, we reclaim our power, restoring the balance and harmony that are essential for our growth and evolution. In the realm of spiritual practice, emotional detachment invites us to explore the mysteries of meditation and contemplation. These practices offer a gateway to the inner sanctum of the soul, a space where we can commune with the divine and access the deeper truths of our being. Through meditation, we cultivate stillness and presence, attuning ourselves to the subtle vibrations of the universe and the whispers of the inner voice. Contemplation, a reflective practice that engages the intellect and intuition, invites us to ponder the mysteries of existence and our place within it. In contemplation, we engage with the great questions that have occupied the minds of sages and seekers throughout history, seeking insights that transcend the limitations of ordinary perception. These practices, integral to the journey of detachment, foster a sense of connection to the sacred and the infinite. As we continue to traverse this path, we encounter the archetype of the seeker, the eternal wanderer who embarks on the quest for truth and understanding. The seeker embodies the spirit of adventure and the thirst for knowledge, guiding us toward the horizon of our potential. In detachment, we honor the seeker within, embracing the journey as a continual unfolding of discovery and growth. The path of the seeker is not without its trials, for it often leads us into the unknown, challenging us to confront our fears and limitations. Yet, it is in these moments of uncertainty and vulnerability that we find the greatest opportunities for transformation. When we detach from the need for certainty and control, we open ourselves to the serendipities and synchronicities that guide us toward our true calling. In this journey of emotional detachment and universal response, we are reminded of the profound truth that we are both the creators and the creation, the dreamers and the dreamed. Our lives are the canvas upon which the universe paints its masterpiece, a dynamic interplay of intention and manifestation. As we align with this cosmic dance, we find our place within the greater whole, a unique expression of the divine unfolding. As we draw this exploration to a close, let us carry forward the insights and wisdom gained along the way. May we continue to walk the path of emotional detachment with courage and grace, ever mindful of the sacred dance between our souls and the universe. Let us embrace the mystery and wonder of existence, knowing that when we detach, the universe responds with love and guidance, leading us toward the realization of our highest potential. As we journey deeper into the realms of emotional detachment and cosmic resonance, let us further explore the intricate dance between our inner transformations and the universe's external manifestations. This dance, an eternal waltz of the psyche and the cosmos, invites us to engage with the metaphysical dimensions of existence, where time and space intertwine with the fabric of our consciousness. In the profound silence of emotional detachment, we encounter the archetype of the observer, a figure that embodies the capacity to witness life from a place of serene equanimity. The observer represents the aspect of our psyche that can step back from the ebb and flow of emotions, perceiving events with clarity and insight. This archetype encourages us to cultivate the art of witnessing, to see without judgment, to listen without reacting, and to understand without imposing our own narratives. The practice of observing without attachment allows us to transcend the limitations of the ego, which often seeks to categorize and control our experiences. The ego, constructed from layers of conditioning and societal expectations, clings to the illusion of permanence and certainty. Yet, in the quietude of detachment, we realize that life is a continual process of change and evolution, a dynamic interplay of creation and dissolution. In this realization, we are drawn to the concept of impermanence, a fundamental truth that underlies all existence. Impermanence teaches us that nothing remains static, that all things are in a constant state of flux. By embracing this truth, we liberate ourselves from the fear of loss and the anxiety of the unknown. We learn to dance with the rhythms of life, to flow with its currents rather than resist them. This acceptance of impermanence is mirrored in the natural world, where cycles of birth, growth, decay, and renewal are evident in every season and every living organism. Nature, in its wisdom, demonstrates the beauty and necessity of change, reminding us that endings are but preludes to new beginnings. In detachment, we align ourselves with these natural rhythms, finding solace in the continuity of life's cycles. As we attune to these cycles, we also engage with the archetype of the creator, a symbol of innovation and imagination. The creator within us is the source of our artistic and intellectual endeavors, the wellspring from which our ideas and visions emerge. In detachment, we access this creative energy, allowing it to flow freely and uninhibited by the constraints of doubt and self-criticism, the act of creation is an expression of our deepest truths, a manifestation of the soul's longing to bring forth beauty and meaning, whether through art, music, writing, or any form of creative expression. We channel the universe's energy, giving shape to the intangible and voice to the unspoken. In this sacred act, we participate in the divine play of creation, contributing our unique gifts to the tapestry of existence. As we embrace our role as creators, we also recognize the importance of community and connection. Emotional detachment does not imply isolation, but rather a deeper engagement with others from a place of authenticity and compassion. It is an invitation to build bridges of understanding and empathy, to forge bonds that transcend superficial differences and resonate with the shared essence of our humanity. In the context of community, we encounter the archetype of the mentor, a figure who embodies wisdom and guidance. The mentor represents the teachers and guides who illuminate our path, offering insights and support as we navigate the complexities of life. In detachment, we become open to the wisdom of others, recognizing that we are both students and teachers in the grand school of life. The mentor within us also calls us to share our knowledge and experiences, to contribute to the growth and evolution of those around us. In this spirit of generosity, we create a ripple effect, inspiring others to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery and transformation. This shared journey fosters a sense of belonging and purpose, reminding us of our interconnectedness and the collective potential we hold. As we reflect on the journey of emotional detachment and universal response, we come to appreciate the profound mystery that envelops our existence. This mystery, en ever-présent énigme, invites us to surrender to the unknown, to trust in the unfolding of life's great adventure. In surrender, we find freedom, a liberation from the need to control or predict, a release into the flow of being. In this state of surrender, we encounter the archetype of the fool, a symbol of innocence and spontaneity. The fool embodies the spirit of openness and curiosity, encouraging us to approach life with a sense of wonder and playfulness. In detachment, we embrace the fool's wisdom, discovering the joy and beauty that arise from living in the present moment. The fool's journey is one of exploration and discovery, a path that leads us beyond the confines of conventional thought and into the realm of infinite possibilities. It is a reminder that life is a great adventure, a dance of light and shadow, joy and sorrow. In this dance, we find our place within the universe, a unique expression of its boundless creativity. As we conclude this exploration, let us carry with us the insights and wisdom gleaned along the way. May we continue to walk the path of emotional detachment with courage and grace, ever mindful of the sacred dance between our souls and the cosmos. Let us embrace the mystery and wonder of existence, knowing that when we detach, the universe responds with love and guidance, leading us toward the realization of our highest potential. As we delve further into the profound realms of emotional detachment and cosmic resonance, let us contemplate the delicate interplay between the temporal and the eternal, the finite and the infinite. This interplay is a central theme in the journey towards self-realization and spiritual awakening. A journey that invites us to transcend the boundaries of mundane existence and touch the timeless truths that lie at the heart of being. The notion of time, as we commonly understand it, is a linear construct, a succession of moments that mark the passage from past to future, yet within the deeper currents of the psyche and the universe, time unfolds in a more fluid and cyclical manner. In this space, the eternal present is the canvas upon which the dance of life is painted. A dance that encompasses all moments and possibilities simultaneously. In the practice of emotional detachment, we step into this eternal present, releasing the grip of past regrets and future anxieties. We learn to inhabit the now, to embrace the fullness of each moment with awareness and acceptance. This presence is not a passive state, but a vibrant engagement with life, a recognition of the sacredness that permeates every encounter and experience. In this sacred presence, we encounter the archetype of the sage, a figure who embodies timeless wisdom and insight. The sage is the inner guide who perceives beyond the illusions of time and space, offering clarity and understanding in the midst of chaos. In detachment, we align with the sage's vision, seeing the interconnectedness and harmony that underlies the apparent discord of the world. Through the lens of the sage, we perceive life as a grand tapestry, woven with threads of fate and free will, chance and choice. Each thread a unique expression of our soul's journey, contributes to the overall design, creating patterns of meaning and purpose. In this realization, we find a sense of peace and acceptance, knowing that our lives are part of a greater cosmic order. The journey toward detachment also invites us to explore the concept of non-duality, the understanding that all things are interconnected and interdependent. Non-duality challenges the dualistic thinking that separates self from other, mind from body, and spirit from matter. It calls us to transcend these divisions, to see the unity that underlies the diversity of existence. In this state of non-dual awareness, we experience a profound sense of oneness with the universe, a dissolution of the boundaries that separate us from the divine. This experience is akin to the mystical union described by sages and saints throughout history. A moment of transcendence where the self merges with the cosmos in a dance of love and light. The path to non-dual awareness is one of surrender and trust, a letting go of the ego's need to categorize and control. It is an invitation to enter the flow of life, to move with its rhythms and currents with grace and ease. In this flow, we discover the joy of being, the state of fulfillment that arises not from external achievements, but from the alignment of our inner and outer worlds. As we embrace the flow of life, we also engage with the archetype of the lover, a symbol of passion and connection. The lover within us yearns for intimacy and union, for the experience of deep love and belonging. In detachment, we honor the lover's desire, cultivating relationships that are based on authenticity and mutual respect. The archetype of the lover teaches us that true connection arises not from possession, but from presence. from the willingness to be fully open and vulnerable with another. In this openness, we create a space for love to flourish, a space where both partners can grow and evolve in harmony with one another. This love is not limited to romantic relationships, but extends to all of life, to the beauty and wonder that surround us. In our interactions with the world, we also encounter the archetype of the warrior, a figure who embodies courage and resilience. The warrior stands for the strength and determination required to face the challenges of life, to overcome obstacles, and pursue our dreams with unwavering commitment. In detachment, we tap into the warrior's energy, finding the courage to stand in our truth and live with integrity. The warrior within us also calls us to act with compassion and justice, to use our strength for the greater good. In this way, the warrior becomes a guardian of the soul, protecting the values and principles that guide our actions. This integration of strength and compassion is a hallmark of emotional detachment, a balance that allows us to navigate the complexities of life with wisdom and grace. As we conclude this exploration, let us carry forward the insights and wisdom we have gained. May we continue to walk the path of emotional detachment with courage and grace, ever mindful of the sacred dance between our souls and the cosmos. Let us embrace the mystery and wonder of existence, knowing that when we detach, the universe responds with love and guidance, leading us towards the realization of our highest potential. As we delve deeper into the intricate dance of emotional detachment and the universe's response, we find ourselves beckoned by the whispering currents of intuition, that inner compass guiding us toward our true north. The realm of intuition, often overshadowed by the clamor of rational thought, holds the subtle keys to navigating the labyrinths of the psyche and the cosmos. It is through this intuitive knowing that we connect with the wisdom of the heart, a wisdom that transcends the linear confines of logic and reason. In the quietude of detachment, we cultivate a heightened sensitivity to the whispers of intuition, allowing it to illuminate our path with insights and revelations. This intuitive guidance is not a mystical abstraction, but a deeply embodied experience, a felt sense that resonates within the core of our being. It is the language of the soul, speaking to us through symbols, dreams, and synchronicities, guiding us toward our highest potential. To truly listen to our intuition requires a surrender to the unknown, a willingness to trust in the unseen forces that shape our lives. This trust is akin to the leap of faith described in myth and legend, the moment when the hero steps into the abyss, trusting that the path will appear. In emotional detachment, we embrace this leap, knowing that the universe supports and guides us in ways beyond our conscious comprehension. As we cultivate our intuitive awareness, we engage with the archetype of the mystic, a figure who embodies the quest for direct experience of the divine. The mystic within us yearns for communion with the sacred, for a deep and abiding connection with the source of all life. In detachment, we honor this yearning, seeking out the moments of transcendence that elevate our spirit and nourish our soul. The mystic's journey is one of inner exploration, a descent into the depths of the unconscious where the divine resides. It is a path of solitude and silence, where the distractions of the outer world fall away, revealing the inner light that guides us. In this sacred space, we encounter the numinous, the awe-inspiring presence of the divine that evokes both wonder and humility. In our engagement with the numinous, we come to understand the power of ritual and ceremony as gateways to the sacred. Rituals, whether simple or elaborate, serve as bridges between the mundane and the divine, aligning our intentions with the rhythms of the universe. In detachment, we approach these rituals with reverence and mindfulness, creating sacred spaces where transformation and healing can occur. Ceremony and ritual also provide a sense of belonging and continuity, connecting us to the ancestral wisdom and traditions that have guided humanity through the ages. As we partake in these rituals, we honor the lineage of seekers and sages who have walked the path before us, drawing strength and inspiration from their journeys. This connection to the past enriches our present, reminding us that we are part of a greater whole. As we deepen our understanding of emotional detachment, we also explore the concept of inner stillness, a state of profound peace and equanimity that arises from within. Inner stillness is not the absence of movement or change, but a centeredness that remains unshaken amidst the storms of life. It is the calm eye of the hurricane, the quiet center from which clarity and insight emerge. In this stillness, we encounter the archetype of the monk, a figure who embodies the virtues of simplicity and contemplation. The monk within us values the beauty of the present moment, finding joy and fulfillment in the simple act of being in detachment. We cultivate this monastic spirit, embracing the richness of life with gratitude and humility. The journey toward inner stillness invites us to embrace the practice of meditation, a discipline that fosters awareness and presence. Through meditation, we learn to quiet the mind, to observe the dance of thoughts and emotions without attachment. This practice is a return to the essence of who we are, a journey back to the heart where the eternal truth of our being resides. As we meditate, we also engage with the breath, the sacred thread that weaves together body, mind, and spirit. The breath serves as an anchor, grounding us in the present moment and connecting us to the life force that animates the universe. In detachment, we honor the breath as a teacher, guiding us toward greater awareness and understanding. As we conclude this exploration, may we carry forward the insights and wisdom we have gained. May we continue to walk the path of emotional detachment with courage and grace, ever mindful of the sacred dance between our souls and the cosmos. Let us embrace the mystery and wonder of existence, knowing that when we detach, the universe responds with love and guidance, leading us towards the realization of our highest potential. As we continue our exploration of emotional detachment and the universe's response, let us turn our attention to the transformative power of storytelling, an ancient art that bridges the inner world of the psyche with the outer tapestry of human experience. Storytelling is a vessel for the archetypes and symbols that reside within the collective unconscious, offering us a mirror through which we can glimpse the deeper truths of our existence, the narratives we craft, and the myths we inherit, serve as guides on our journey, illuminating the path of individuation, the process of becoming who we truly are. Through stories, we engage with the archetypes that populate our inner landscape, each character and plotline reflecting aspects of our own psyche. In the act of storytelling, we participate in the alchemical process of transformation, transmuting personal and collective experiences into wisdom and insight. In the realm of storytelling, we encounter the archetype of the hero, a figure who embarks on a quest for self-discovery and fulfillment. The hero's journey is a universal motif that resonates across cultures and time, symbolizing the inner journey we all undertake as we navigate the challenges and opportunities of life. In emotional detachment, we embrace the hero within, recognizing that our trials and tribulations are opportunities for growth and transformation. The hero's journey is marked by a series of trials and initiations, each step demanding courage and resilience. These challenges often manifest as encounters with the shadow, the repressed and unacknowledged aspects of the self. In facing the shadow, the hero learns to integrate the darkness within, transforming fear into strength and ignorance into understanding. This integration is a vital aspect of emotional detachment, allowing us to transcend the dualities that fragment our consciousness. As we engage with the hero's journey, we also encounter the archetype of the alchemist, a figure who embodies the quest for inner transformation and enlightenment. The alchemist seeks to transmute base metals into gold, a metaphor for the process of refining the self and realizing one's highest potential. In detachment, we embody the alchemist spirit, embracing the challenges and opportunities that life presents as catalysts for personal and spiritual growth. The path of the alchemist is one of experimentation and exploration, a journey that requires an open mind and a willingness to embrace the unknown. In this spirit, we approach life with curiosity and wonder, seeing each experience as an opportunity to learn and evolve. This openness to experience is a hallmark of emotional detachment, allowing us to engage with the world from a place of presence and authenticity. As we walk the path of the alchemist, we also explore the concept of transformation through the lens of nature, drawing inspiration from the cycles of growth and renewal that characterize the natural world. Nature, in its wisdom, teaches us that transformation is an inherent part of life, a continuous process of change and evolution. In detachment, we align ourselves with these natural rhythms, finding harmony and balance in the ebb and flow of existence. In our engagement with nature, we encounter the archetype of the Earth Mother, a symbol of fertility, nurturing, and abundance. The Earth Mother embodies the cycles of birth, death, and rebirth, reminding us of the interconnectedness of all life. In detachment, we honor the Earth Mother's wisdom, cultivating a deep appreciation for the beauty and abundance that surround us. The Earth Mother's teachings invite us to embrace the principles of sustainability and stewardship, recognizing our responsibility to care for the planet and its inhabitants. In this spirit, we strive to live in harmony with the earth, making choices that reflect our commitment to the well-being of all living beings. This commitment to sustainability is an expression of emotional detachment, as it reflects our understanding of the interconnectedness of all life and our place within the greater web of existence. As we conclude this exploration, let us carry forward the insights and wisdom we have gained. May we continue to walk the path of emotional detachment with courage and grace, ever mindful of the sacred dance between our souls and the cosmos. Let us embrace the mystery and wonder of existence, knowing that when we detach, the universe responds with love and guidance, leading us toward the realization of our highest potential